how can we convince black folk in particular and folk in general that if you really seriously talk about loving folk, then you ought to have a deep hatred of injustice. And if you have a deep hatred of injustice, you ought to be able to do more. Why is it that love no longer has the gravitas in our public discourse? My response is this: it has been more and more snuffed out by the forces of conformity, of complacency, and of cowardice. So that a whole younger generation is told to become successful, successful, successful. And all that means is just being well-adjusted to injustice. The worst thing we need, the last thing that we need, is well-adjusted folk. And especially well-adjusted black folk. I see a Negro and talk about how well-adjusted they are. I say to myself, to what? Have you seen the prison industrial complex? Have you seen the ungraceful schools? You've seen the unavailable health care and child care. What are you getting adjusted to? You come from a history of a people who consciously said, we choose to be maladjusted to a U.S. Constitution that talks about democracy, but it's a pro-slavery document. And if it were not for the determination of the slaves, that document would have remained pro-slavery, which it did for over 65 years. Oh, why are you so harsh? We're not harsh, we're just telling the truth. It sounds harsh because you're so well-adjusted. That's why it sounds harsh. You're so used to the lies told.